Check, check. Yo, yo, good morning, dude. What's up? Do I trade synthetics? I do not trade synthetics. All right, we are officially live on YouTube. What's going on? Everybody's tuning in. I love it. Richie, Yasmin, good morning. How we doing? Specials Photography, good morning. And how we doing? Welcome back. Happy Thursday, ladies and gentlemen. We got a big day ahead of us. We have some initial jobless claims coming on up at 8:30. We have GDP Q4 final numbers here at 8:30 as well. And then we got a couple solid setups we're going to run by you guys. So again, good morning. We'll let everybody kind of just get settled in. All right, tune in. And we'll officially start diving into it here in about, 5 minutes. So if you have any initial questions, let me know. And then, again, we'll officially dive into it. Talk about what we got going on for today. It's going to be a big day. It's going to be a fun day. It's going to be an awesome day in the market, guys. So just so you guys know, if you're wondering what am I looking at and what stocks are we going to be talking about, we're going to be discussing Square, SQ. We will discuss Tesla as well. You got some killer setups on both Square and Tesla for today. Appreciate it. Yep, YouTube, Alpha Day Trading. We are live, and that's where we're going to start going live every single morning. For those of you on TikTok. So we're throwing up the TikTok so you guys are fully aware that we're live on YouTube, but definitely come to YouTube. You can see my charts. If you guys have any tickers you want reviewed to go ahead and get prepared for the day. You have any questions, you need help. Again, come to YouTube, ask those questions, get those answers, get the help that you need. Have a rockin' freaking day. Let's rush it today. Have some fun, take good trades, and make some money. Right? I mean, that's why we're here, right? That's why we're here, right? Take good trades, right? Make money. It's that simple. All right, let's learn, take some trades, great trades, and let's make some money. Angel the Messenger, TikTok brought me here. I'm great. TikTok brought you on over because this is where you want to be. So definitely like the stream, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. It really does go a long way. So, and that's going to notify you when we go live because we're going to start putting together some maybe like afternoon sessions, some evening sessions, bring on guest speakers, other traders, interview them, do some like live podcast settings. Some really cool stuff that we have in the works that we're going to start doing on YouTube live. Of course, we'll still stream it on TikTok. We'll stream it on, Instagram. We'll stream it on other channels, but primarily these masterclasses, these sessions, these interviews are going to be taking place here on the Alpha Day Trading YouTube channel. So, takes a couple seconds, subscribe, hit the notification bell, get notified when we go live. You do not want to miss out on what's to come here in the next few weeks. So, come on over, TikTokers. Come to the dark side of social media. All right, come to YouTube. Let's get your day going. Let's have some fun with it. Chris, good morning. All right, so let's, we got about 2 more minutes. Like I said, we'll give it about 3 to 5 minutes. Let everybody settle in and just say good morning over on YouTube. All right, if you're on TikTok, come to YouTube. Again, Alpha Day Trading, we're live, and just say good morning, right? We'll let everybody kind of get settled in before we start rocking. So here's the format of our days, right? We go live right around 8:15, and then we start basically reviewing some of your guys' tickers. Okay, we're gonna spend about, probably 15 to 30 minutes. I would say 15 to 30 minutes if we have a lot of stock requests as far as, hey, I need some analysis on this stock. Hey, I'm in this trade. I need a second set of eyes. Hey, I'm thinking about getting short on Meta. What do you think? And we're going to go through and really dissect it thoroughly. And I'm going to put myself in the position as if I was going to take that trade, if I was looking at it for myself, and give you just a straight up to the point answer on what I think and break it down with education, facts, the technicals, all that good stuff. Then I'll usually run by my number one play of the day if we have one. So like today, my number one play of the day is SQ. Also, Tesla. And I just want to share that with you guys. Here soon, you'll be able to access my top plays of the day, my personal game plans. Again, everything that we do for a lot of our community members right now at this point in time within our morning stock newsletter, my game plans, top stocks with news, market outlook, market overview to really get you prepped and prepared for the day. Inside the morning newsletter, you're going to be able to access that for like $5, right? For life. That's going to be included with the Alpha Starter membership that we're going to be rolling out here in the next week or two, right? That's going to give you some free courses. That's like $600 worth of free courses. You're going to get access to the morning stock newsletter. You're going to get limited access to the Alpha University platform. $5 one time for life. So you're going to be able to get a lot of this within that newsletter here coming on up. So I'll keep you guys in the loop there. But yeah, coming to the dark side. So that's really what to expect on YouTube, guys, is we'll take about 30 minutes tops of like requests. If you guys need help, if you guys have questions, we'll bang out some great questions. Yesterday, there was a great amount of conversation topics and discussions really around the emotional side of trading. And it really makes an impact and it really helps, right? But we're going to help you guys find great trades in the market. You guys are going to learn while you're on these streams. You're going to earn because you're taking only the best of the best quality trades. And then you're going to make some money, right? You're going to make it happen. All right, so let's go ahead and dive into it. It's 8:16 in the morning. I'm going to scroll on up and make sure I did not miss anything. So, again, we're doing ticker requests right now at this point in time. MARA rally if banks continue to fail. We discussed MARA yesterday. We discussed RIOT. We discussed a lot of these crypto-related stocks, right? And we said you got to be looking at Bitcoin. If Bitcoin is still rallying and Bitcoin is still pushing to the upside, a lot of these crypto-related equities are going to move to the upside as well, such as MARA. RIOT, BITF, BITO, HUT, Hut Mining. So again, look at Bitcoin. And as long as Bitcoin is moving up into that 28.5 region, breaking 28.5 up to 30 to 31, we were talking about how MARA could be pushing yesterday, right? We could be opening and have a nice push. And then here by the end of this week, we could potentially see MARA back up the 200-day moving average. Remember, we pretty much build up this trade plan of getting long up to the 200 SMA with stops under this pullback low. Okay, we did the same thing with RIOT. Like, hey, listen, RIOT can move back up into these right around $10 highs as long as Bitcoin is moving to the upside as well. So let's go take a look at BTCUSD. Right, yesterday, Bitcoin had a pretty nice day from a low of 28,130. Actually, this is today, isn't it? Yeah, that's today. So yesterday had a pretty strong day. And then here on this daily candle, we actually started the break and push over these prior highs up to like 29,178. Why are we seeing stocks like MARA continuing push to the upside? Because Bitcoin is pushing to the upside. Why are stocks like RIOT pushing to the upside and right now currently gapping up slightly in pre-market? Is because we have some action here with Bitcoin. So again, yesterday, if you guys were getting involved based on the analysis and the reason that we did here on YouTube Live with RIOT and MARA, you guys would have absolutely crushed it. I mean, look at RIOT, low of day 850, high of day 925. That's 75 cents to the upside on a small cap penny stock. That's not bad at all. What did NARA do yesterday from a low day of 750 to a high day of 812? So again, another 70 to 75 cent move to the upside. So again, if banks fail, people make bank runs, people are sketched out about, a financial crisis. What's the safe haven? Gold. Now it's Bitcoin. Bitcoin can definitely still see some great action to the upside as people are piling into those types of assets, right? Gold, Bitcoin is the new digital gold. So again, if those assets are being pushed up in price, then absolutely you could still see some sympathy to a certain extent with a stock like NARA or RIOT. Yeah, so what does short mean? So basically, you are selling shares to the market that you don't own. So you're borrowing shares from your broker and shorting them to the market to receive a hypothetical credit in your account, right? You are shorting the market. That's basically what you're doing is you're shorting the market, selling shares to the market you don't own, right? To buy them back at a lower price and then return those shares to your broker. So give you an example. Broker gives you 1,000 shares. You sell to the market at $10 a share. You get a hypothetical credit to your account of $10,000. That's the math, okay? Stock drops to $9. You have to rebuy those shares, right? You got to rebuy those shares and give them back to your broker. Stock's price drops to $9. You rebuy those shares, right, at $9 per share. You have to rebuy 1,000 shares. What's the math? $9,000. So now it only cost you $9,000 to rebuy those 1,000 shares, to give those 1,000 shares back to your broker. But when your broker lent you those shares, what price did you sell them for? $10 a share. That was a $10,000 hypothetical credit. You got 10 grand in your pocket. Stock's price goes down $1 to $9, right? How much is it going to cost you to rebuy those 1,000 shares at $9? $9 grand. So you pull out your 10 grand. Boom, $9 grand. Thank you, sir. Here are my shares back. Here you go, Mr. Broker. There's your 1,000 shares back, and here's $100 as a thank you. What'd you get left over? The difference between what you sold the shares for and what you rebought them back at. Now that doesn't actually take place. You don't actually call the broker and say, I need some shares, and then sell them and you get the credit. It's all automated behind the scenes. But if you were to actually take a step back and try and build a picture around how that process works, that's how the process works. And that is basically shorting the market. You would like to sell shares to the market and rebuy them at a lower price for profit. Angel the it's not even going to be $5 a month. The Alpha Starter membership is an all-new membership that we're starting to put together. It's going to consist of 2 elite courses, the basics of trading, and then I'm actually going to give you my ultimate options course. Now that course is a game-changing options course. Literally, I've been told it's one of the best courses out there for beginner traders looking to get involved with trading options and do it consistently. And we've had members watch the course, take the course, and within like 2 weeks, they're cranking out really good solid trades in the options market. So it's going to entail 2 courses. You're going to get limited access to our university platform, which will give you access to certain lessons, certain prior streams, the vault, right? It'll have limited access to the vault. And then our morning stock newsletter, right? That morning stock newsletter is at least something that could be $29.99, $39.99 a month for a subscription, because all of the value, the game plans, everything that goes in that newsletter that makes it that valuable. $5 one time, and that's going to give you lifetime access to everything we just discussed. It's a brand new membership. We do not have it available right now at this point in time. It's something that we've been working hard on behind the scenes as we want to really help the newer trader. We just want to help traders in general and say, hey, listen, let's give you access to great education, quality lessons, quality content, quality everything, and really help you move your trading in the right direction without feeling like you have to pay 10 G's for a course, right? $3 grand for a course, $500 for a signals group, which is not going to help you. So how can we help the newer trader for the least amount of money? $5 one time, that gives you access to everything we talked about for life. And right there, is at least $1,000 worth of value, you can get it for $5. And that membership will be here probably in a couple of weeks for you guys. So yeah, to answer your question, it's not per month. It's going to be a one-time $5. Again, does that consist of actually working with me one-on-one and live trading with me and the team one-on-one? No. And you can get to that point. But hey, listen, 2 free courses that are valued at like $600, the newsletter that is at least $20, $30 a month from a subscription standpoint, and then access to the platform. Yeah, $5. It's like, that's a no-brainer. XOM. Yeah, let's go look at XOM for sure. XOM. First thing I see, we need to throw a little bit of a downtrend here on XOM. And look at that. Yesterday, we actually gapped up above the downtrend and we held it. We held that downtrend yesterday as we opened above it. So that's a really, really good sign here with XOM. And right now, we're actually gapping up about 50 cents, give or take. We will have some resistance here at the 50 SMA. So you just got to throw up right there. Got that 50 SMA that is going to be a level of resistance right around 110.72. Again, we did gap up above the downtrend yesterday. We held above it. We held above the prior day high, and we had a solid little push with increased volume as well. Now, I mean, the spread got tighter on increased volume, but it's not substantial. I still think you get one more potential day to the upside. I would say the 50 SMA is a great target. Let's throw this into a 4-hour time frame. Really just kind of fine tune everything here for a sec. And you see all of this prior support here. You've got to hold that prior support level. You see all of that prior support right around like 109.12. See how many times we've come down to this 109.12. See how many times we've come down to this 109.12. Right here when we cracked below 109.12, what did we do? We came back up and retested it before that massive dump on off. 109 needs to hold as support today. 109 at the lowest needs to hold as support, and I do believe you get one final push to the upside into the 50 SMA. All right, and then from there, we just need to come back and redo some analysis. Like, are we going to push into the 50 SMA and it be resistance for a week to where we should be hands off until it breaks? Is it going to break and push right away? Right, and if it does, is it going to push right up to that prior swing high at 113.88? We really have to just see what we do at the 50 SMA here on XOM. So I would say, like, yeah, today above 109, you can get that push to 110.72. It's about $1.70 to the upside. You're trading, you know, in the money XOM contracts that are probably cheap at a 40 to 50 delta. Depending on how many contracts you grab, this could still be a nice several $100 trade. And I'm sure the premiums aren't too expensive here on XOM, right? If you're looking at like just purely a day trade for a $1.50 move to the upside based on that analysis, and you're going to trade, say, tomorrow expirations, you're in the money contracts as of yesterday were less than $1 on the premium, right? So it's not going to cost you a lot. And yeah, even if you go like 7 days out just to reduce that theta, if you think it's going to be an all-day hold, if it's like a scalp, yeah, trade some dailies, trade some weekly expirations if it's a scalp. But if you think it's going to be like a slow 2-3 hour hold throughout the day, buy yourself some time. Go out, you know, at least minimum 7 days. It's still a day trade. It's just a longer duration day trade. Go out to, say, next Friday and grab yourself an at the money, say, 110 contract that closed yesterday at $1.30. Got a 44 delta. And again, you get $1 move to the upside. You're going to make $40 per contract. If you have 10 contracts, you can do the math. You got about a $400 trade. It's only going to cost you about $1,300 to open that position. So from a percentage standpoint, on those 7 day out contracts, yeah, it doesn't look bad at all. Especially, right? Especially if you are holding above that 109 level of support. You can get one more final push up to that 110.72-ish level. 110.72. And this is kind of what the plan would look like if you're like, okay, what does that look like? Right? Obviously, you want to get those entries as close to that support level as possible. You know your target is up here at $1.60 away, and you want to give yourself enough breathing room, but you don't want to put your stops too tight. Let's take this into a, say, 5-minute time frame. That's going to be yesterday. And you're safe at like 108.50 on the stop. 108.50 on the stop. Safe there. So we'll take that to 108.50. Your entries are going to be right around that 109-ish level. And you got a 50 SMA target. That gives you about a 3-to-1 setup here. Gives you about a 3-to-1 setup on XOM. And that's assuming that you hold above 109. Right? That's assuming that we open, maybe come down, tap 109. Hold that level, and you're like, I'm getting in, and you get that $1.50 push to the upside, which is not asking for a lot. You got a $1.50 push from the low of day to the high day yesterday. So today, to get another $1.50 to the upside based on how we opened yesterday, how we pushed, increased volume above that downtrend, above all of that prior support with a target of the 50 SMA. It looks decent, right? It's not like the best looking setup in the world, but it looks decent, and it's definitely worth watching. Above that 109 level, and yeah, you should be all set, ready to rock. Definitely go out a week or two on those contracts just to buy yourself time. Don't trade tomorrow expirations, because this trade could take you into the end of the day. And that theta, even though you're on the right side of the trade and the stock goes with you $1 to $1.50, right? That theta is going to absolutely destroy you if it takes you until the end of the day to actually get profits on that trade or get to your target. So just buy yourself time. Go at least 7 to 14 days out. A little bit more expensive on the premiums, but at least you're buying yourself some time there on XOM. I think Bitcoin's going to be like 31.5 to 32 before it truly starts pulling back. Yeah, I don't like those long day trades. I'm a scalper. Yeah, I scalp. I'm in and out within seconds, right? Seconds. I do not like buying and holding, but that's based on my personality, right? I'm a very high energy, go kind of guy, very quick thinker. I'm very just high energy. And so I'm just really dialed in, laser focused, large size into the penny, scalp it 3 to 5 points, right? Talking about futures. Into the penny, I don't like it, out for a point or two loss. And I just rinse and repeat based on my strategies, based on, you know, what works for me and my personality and how I like to scalp the market. You know, I do not like getting in and like, all right, I'm going to hold a little bit longer. Just a little bit longer, all right? You know, I'm going to put my stop here and I'm just going to let it do its thing, and then the market just be all erratic like the market is, and then shoot up and stop me out and then shoot down in my direction and chop, 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 chop like yesterday. Like if you're trying to like find some direction yesterday, like the first hour and a half, 2 hours, and you're actually trying to get in, put a proper stop, and then ride that into targets, yo, it was challenging. It was so hard to actually get a solid trade that actually followed through. So I ended up starting my day down like $300 because I was like, I'm going to be a little bit more patient. I'm going to hold a little bit longer. I'm going to put my stop here and raise it up. I just got chopped out. So what did I do towards the end of the day to get myself back up to break even? I scalped. Boom, in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. And then I worked myself back into pretty much the green. No, not the green. I lost 99 cents yesterday. That was when it was all said and done, I was down 99 cents. But I love scalping. Jack saying, by far the best group to learn in. You get to earn while you learn. I love it. Josh talks you through his thought process of every trade we take in the group to help you understand why we're taking the trades. Absolutely, man. And that's just one of the many things that we do, right? My thought process of, you know, what I'm seeing, why I like it, why I'm getting in, managing the trade, getting out, why I got out, my emotional state before, during, after, if there were any emotions. Like yesterday, I got chopped out of one of my trades and I had 3 to 4 points of slippage. And my stop was actually above my cost basis. And by time I got out, I was slipped by like 4 points. And I got a little aggravated. I was like, that's stupid. I'm a little frustrated right now. That's an emotion, right? So how did I actually feel that emotion through, handle the emotion, process it, and move on to bounce back and get green on the day? Most traders, that happens. 3 points of slippage, that's stupid. I'm going to call my broker. Man, I'm frustrated. Why did that happen? Whoa, my goodness, the market. Oh, you're frustrated, you're angry. It's an emotion. And then what happens? Newer traders, they're like, I'm going to get right back in. They start revenge trading. They overtrade. And guess what? They're down 300. Now they're down 5. Now they're down 7. Now they're down 9. Now they're down $1,000, wishing they would have just stepped away when they were only down $300. They don't realize it's okay to feel emotions, but it's like, all right, I'm aware. I feel emotional. I feel anxiety. I feel pressure in my chest. Breathe. And then just talk yourself through the process. Like, why are you emotional? Why are you frustrated? Why are you angry? Take the positives from the negatives. And I went through that entire thought process yesterday of, hey guys, I'm frustrated, right? I'm a little on edge. That's shit, why that happened. But I'm human. That is going to happen. I'm going to have those feelings, those thoughts, but it's how I actually handle myself in the moment that separates me from 99% of people. It's the fact that I can become aware, mentally tough, mentally strong, conscious to be aware of, oh, fuck, I'm emotional. I have the power to choose to think this through, to not give in to my emotions, to make bad decisions and lose more money. So what did I do? I didn't give in to my emotions. I chose to speak it out loud and walk through this process live with the team. And it was a great learning example. It's a great mindset lesson. It was a great opportunity to learn how to truly, in the moment, right, regulate your emotions that we talk so much about. And emotions play a huge factor in your trading. So you have to learn how to regulate and control your emotions. And just like that, boom, we bounced back and we got back to break even on the day. And a lot of individuals inside of the community, they're like, yeah, that helped out a lot. So you definitely get more than what you pay for. Absolutely. Most communities, they're going to charge you like $200 and you're just going to watch them trade live and they're going to give you signals. They're not going to teach you the most important side of trading, and that's the mentality side. That's the psychological side. That's the inner game that you got to really focus on. No one else is going to teach you that. So one of these days, we will see you inside of the community when you realize, yeah, this Josh guy that I thought was stupid is right. In order to get to my destination, I have to take a flight. Right? I'm over here trying to sell you guys on the flight. The flight's not sexy. The flight's boring. You just want to get to Bora Bora. Right? But in order to get to Bora Bora, you have to get on the plane and you got to fly to Bora Bora. A lot of people are selling you on the vacation. Come on, come to my Discord. It's Bora Bora over here. I'm like, guys, in order to get there, you got to take the plane trip first. I can help you with that. So maybe one of these days, a lot of people will start to understand that and realize, why am I pissing away hundreds of dollars a month in these alert service groups when I first need to actually work on this in order for this to be accurate, to be profitable. So when will the membership be available? Couple weeks. And we'll announce it. We'll have some videos, some content. We'll announce it when you go to the website and go to look at our different types of membership options and packages that we have. That'll be one of the ones listed. And yeah, you can get signed up. So I would say a couple of weeks. We should be all set, ready to rock. It's 8:38. I got another 15 minutes here on YouTube. Guys, girls, if you are new to the stream over on TikTok, just know here in the next couple weeks, we are doing a full transition from TikTok to our YouTube channel where we're actually live right now at this point in time. So if you have questions, that's where I'm going to be able to answer those. If you have any stock requests, stock reviews, that's where we're going to be able to answer questions and again, help you guys out. Get you guys prepared for today's trading session. Hopefully get you guys set to make some money, get some quick wins. But that's where you guys are going to want to be. There's not a lot really you can do here besides just Q&A. Here, at least I can give you the examples And it's a great format. It's a great setup. So come on over. It only takes you a couple seconds to leave the crowded TikTok. Come over to where you guys are going to get exactly what you initial jobless claims 198 over 193. GDP growth rate, Q over Q, quarter over quarter, final Q4 came in at 2.6, and it was actually forecasted at 2.7. GDP was in line, and actually was a little bit lower though, a little bit lower than the previous data. But as far as like the forecast and what the market had priced in, it was at 3.9%. It was in line with the forecast, what the market had priced in, even though it came in slightly lower than previous. And then we do have initial jobless claims at 198. The forecast was 193. Right now, SPY pushing up towards around 404 at this point in time on the SPY. Yeah, so I trade futures inside of the community with our members every single day, and we're always educating members on futures. Absolutely. Options, futures, equities, penny stocks, large caps, 100%. You know, we're trading live every day, live masterclasses, live trainings, live lessons. There's a lot that we do in this community on a day-to-day basis, to where if it's like, hey, I want to get involved with futures, you show up, you're going to learn exactly what you need to learn. Yeah, I mean, yesterday was a pretty decent volume day, though. That's the thing. We were running on some pretty low volume, but you did see a nice little 25%, give or take, surge over the last 2 days average. You did have about 20% more volume yesterday compared to the volume we had Monday and Tuesday. So we'll see, right? It was just, really waiting for a lot of these testimonies, right? You had Fed Bar giving us testimonial. Tuesday and Wednesday, we had obviously initial jobless claims, GDP growth here this morning, and then tomorrow we got PCE. So really just a slow week leading up to PCE data here tomorrow. So a lot of tech is at 1 year high. How do you determine levels above that? TOS shows 15-minute candles out to 90 days. So you can actually adjust that 15-minute. Are you saying that's their max on a 15? Goes out that 90 days. You can't go like 180. So basically look at a higher time frame. Go look at a monthly, weekly, or a daily time frame, right? If they're at their 1 year highs, right? And those are like 1 year highs. Yeah, you got to step yourself into a daily time frame and go out max available. So 1 day max, and then go back and look at some of your daily levels, and then go into your 4 hour time frame, right? Readjust those levels, fine tune the levels, come back into an hourly time frame, readjust and fine tune all the way back down into your 15-minute time frame. So I do the top down approach. Start with the monthly, go to the weekly, go to the daily, the 4 hour, the 1 hour, down into the 30-minute, the 15, the 5, and then I actually base my entries on the 2-minute time frame. When I'm scalping and day trading, it's based on the 2-minute. But yeah, top down, go with your higher time frames, and then you'll be all set. Yeah, ARCT, for sure. ARCT had a nice big gap yesterday. Nice big move to the upside. They had earnings Wednesday or Tuesday night. There were some earnings, chopped around a little bit in pre-market. We opened, pushed up to that 2058, and then didn't really do a whole lot with ARCT. I mean, look at ARCT's movement. Post-market, pre-market, little to no volume yesterday. Here on ARCT, I mean, you did have a nice day. I mean, this stock yesterday had some really great volume. I mean, a little over 5 million, just about 5 million shares traded yesterday. but a lot of that volume was contributed towards the first 15 minutes when we sold off. So a lot of the volume, about what, 1/5 of the volume was in the first 15 minutes, and it was all selling volume. And then slowly throughout the day, we grinded back up. But yeah, we really look at ARCT. It just, at this point in time, from what I see in pre-market, it's just not really doing a whole lot. You know, it's just very stagnant, right? There's not a lot of volume. There's like actually no volume. There's no movement. It could be a sleeper though. You know, it's very, very possible it's a sleeper play to where it opens and it just starts getting some action to the upside. I mean, I would say volume would really start moving in if we re-break 20 because it's a psychological level of resistance. Okay. That's where you see the initial pop in volume is if we get back above 20, that would re-interest some traders on the stock. Then we start breaking over this high from yesterday, right around 2050. That's another area that traders start moving on in. So I would say, like, if we can get back above $20, you can definitely see some buyers move back into this play. And then when you start breaking over that 2078 level, that's where I think a lot, even more volume could really start moving on in to get that break over 2150, which was yesterday's pre-market high. And then you can absolutely see this stock get some action up towards around this 2296 resistance. So I would say this is definitely a sleeper play pick. You're really just looking for that re-break of $20 today. Right now we're at 1978. Want to see the stock open, get a break over 20. That's going to bring in some attention from traders. And then you could definitely start to see a break over yesterday's high a day. And a break over yesterday's high a day of 2078 is a key level that we need to break. And if we can, you can see the stock rip on up towards around 2296. But here's the deal. It's doing nothing in pre-market, right? Nothing in post-market, nothing in pre-market, no volume, no activity, no action. So would I jump right into this at the start of the day or now? Absolutely not. I would wait to see if it breaks 20 and look and see if we get some volume that really starts to move on in to validate the thesis of, hey, over 20, that's where a buyer starts stepping back into the stock. I would label this as a back burner sleeper play, right? It's a back burner stock because there's just no action and it may do nothing. It's a sleeper because, hey, it could definitely get some action and really just slide and fly under everybody's radar today and get a nice little move up to that 2296 region. So back burner, not doing a lot here in pre-market, no volume, no action, no activity, no movement, but sleeper play opportunity because this stock could start breaking those key levels. And before you know it, boom, it's up towards around 2296 and you could definitely lock in some profits here on the stock. All right, let's finish it with this. SQ, ticker SQ. Okay, a couple things I want to point out. Okay, if we put this on a 4-hour time frame, right, we go grab ourselves a Fibonacci extension from the high before that massive drop down into this low, and then pull it right back up, right? That is going to give us our extension level here off this fib. Okay, we see that right now we're tapping the 38.2 extension here on SQ. We can also see we have a very clear uptrend at this point in time. And when we take a look at SQ, we can also see that not only are we hitting this prior support level where we came down towards around 67.25 and bounced on up nicely. Okay, not only was this a prior bounce level, a prior support level, it's also this 38.2 fib, right? And this is where we're starting to top on out at this point in time. And you can see how many times in the past we've come up towards around that, 67.25 area. And it's been a level of, say, support or resistance. I mean, go back here and look at all of this resistance that we had right at 67.25. Look at how we came back down and retested that 67 level, right? 67.25-ish level. And then we rallied from there. Came back down here right to the penny back here on, what is that, March 13th? Nice big bounce. And we cracked below it due to that article that was dropped last week. And then SQ dropped from around 74 all the way down towards around 56. And since that low, it's been slowly creeping its way on up. And during this time, it's established a very clear uptrend. It's coming back into that prior support resistance level, currently holding the stock down as resistance. That's right at 67.22. And it also happens to be our 38.2 extension. So if SQ were to start working on its next leg down, this is the price that we would see Square get rejected at. We would crack this trend line and start dropping on off from there. So basically, this is a plan that I have built for myself, and this is something that I want to get involved with. I would like to make some entries right at the 67.22 level. Why? What's that prior key level of support resistance? Number one. Number two, it's right at our 38.2 fib. And one thing that I really like about Square is these fib levels so far have been validated. The 61.8 has been validated as resistance along this bounce. The 50% we can see was validated along this move on up. And right now we can see that this 38.2 is currently being validated. So if we stay below the 38.2 fib and also that key level of resistance, which is 67.22 that we just discussed, right? It was a prior bounce level. We come back here as prior resistance. It's a level that's been hit multiple times. If we can stay below the 67.22 mark, I expect to see SQ come down, crack this uptrend here, and then start to drop on back off to retest these prior lows. So I would have a target back down around probably $60 on Square. That would be like my first target. Entries are going to be if we start to crack this trend line. So a crack of that trend line probably put us right around, 66.70. And I want to give it some breathing room, right? I want to allow this to work in my favor, give it some breathing room. So I would put my stop losses over that 200-day moving average, right? Because if we do break above up to the 200 SMA, strong intraday rejection, and we close back below that level, this trade would still be valid. So I want to give it some breathing room from my roundabout entry to where that 200 SMA is, stop right above it, and then retargeting some of these lows. Look at that. That gives us almost a 3-to-1 setup here on SQ. And we have multiple separate reasons, valid, strong, awesome reasons that this could be a fantastic short opportunity here on SQ. Again, massive leg down, slow and weak grind on back up into key resistance, also the 38.2. Simply looking for a crack of that trend line to get our next continuation leg down. And that's all we're looking for. Here's our leg down, right? Here's our retracements, okay, into that 38.2 fib, into that key level of resistance. There's our retracement, crack of this trend line for our next leg to the downside. Again, first target is retesting these lows here, right? I want to have a great first target in place, and that's our first target here on SQ would be retesting these lows. But if you're wondering, Josh, what if we crack those lows and move lower? How low can we go? Well, utilize that Fibonacci extension tool, and that's going to give you targets to the downside, right? And your first target would be, got to make sure I just drew that fib right. Let me redo it. So from that high to low up to that high again. See, right now we're hugging that 38.2. We can get a target down towards around $45. So based on the extension, that would give us a target down around 45. But again, go to the daily chart, say, okay, if we do crack that low, look left, where could we be coming down to before that extension level, right? And I would say right off that low here of around 56, and then back down around some of these lows around 54, and then back down around these lows of 51. So those would be some final targets to the downside, right? Those would be some final targets. So if we do get a crack on below 60, We would retest that low from last week right around 56.25. And then the additional profit targets would be just retesting some of these lows here around 54 and then 51.42. Again, great trade, great setup, great risk reward. Like I said, our first targets on this trade is a 3-to-1. Right, our first target on the trade would be a 3-to-1. Simply looking to retest these lows, stops over the 200 SMA. Right, because we're looking for those entries right here. Stops over the 200 SMA. We got a target off these lows. Right, where's that 200 SMA again? Right at, yeah, right over the 200 SMA. Right? 4-hour time frame, target these lows. Okay? If we crack those $60 lows and we retest that low down here at 56.50 from last week, that's a 5-to-1 setup. Right? That's PT number 2, profit target number 2. Right? PT number 3 is a 6-to-1 setup. And final PT is a 7-to-1 setup. And if that fib extension level is valid and we get a new all-time low or a new yearly low, I doubt it. That would give us a 10-to-1. But here, first profit target, right, at $60 is a 3-to-1. So we can see that this is a really, really solid trade plan, great trade idea. Multiple separate reasons to suggest, hey, we can definitely start to see our next leg down on SQ. And I think today or tomorrow will validate entries, right? If we start cracking that trend line today, after we see, hey, we just got rejected off of that resistance level. Hey, we're rejecting off of that 38.2 extension, that fib extension, and then we proceed to follow through and crack this uptrend. I'm getting short all day for that leg down. Now, we could break above that resistance level first, okay? So we would be hands off. We could push into the 200 SMA and then back down. As long as we still see that resistance level holding this down, we don't close above, break above the 200 SMA, and we do at some point, that could be today, that could be tomorrow. Those are my expectations. We crack that uptrend. That's when I want to get involved. I want to get involved as we are seeing it roll on over and start to fall below this trend line. That's when I get short, stops over the 200 SMA, and then first target to retest these lows. Killer setup. I really like it. This is just buying the first pullback, right? This is a retracement off that massive leg down. This is the first retracement, the first pullback into key resistance, multiple separate reasons to get involved here, and just looking for that next continuation leg to the downside. So SQ, that's going to be the one I give you guys today, right? I'm like 80-20 with it. I'm 80-20, right? So it's definitely on the top of my list. I like it. Something that I want to start getting involved with here. So that's it. I'll give you guys a little golden nugget today. Yeah, again, yesterday, guys, this was the plan that we had set from yesterday, right? If you're getting involved, you're buying this around, that 820 level, stops under that pullback low with a target here off those highs. The 2.5-to-1 setup. You're getting ready to get that first target. You still have about you still have about what? 80 cents before we get target on MARA, right? But your entries were down here at 750. Your stops are going to be under 680 with an 890 target. That was a 2-to-1. Since you're actually seeing these moves take place, you guys know what I would do if you were taking these trades from yesterday's stream. I would go stops at break even now. Like, why not? Go stop at break even here on MARA. RIOT, right? You're getting ready to hit profit target. Right now, stops are going to break even. Right now at this point in time, I would go stops at break even on these for whoever was asking me about these yesterday. And whoever was actually getting involved in those trades, because they were solid, low risk, high reward setups. And we know Bitcoin has potential to still move higher. So those are some good, solid trades, guys. So good stuff. All right. That's it. That's a wrap. Enjoy your day. I hope you guys enjoyed today's session, today's stream. You guys got exactly what you came for. Your stocks reviewed, analyzed. You got a great plan to walk away with for today on ticker SQ. A little bit of motivation, a little bit of energy. Again, appreciate you guys so much for tuning in. We do this every single morning, Monday through Friday. I will not be here tomorrow, though. I'm flying out to Texas tomorrow. I will not be here inside of the community. I will not be here on YouTube or TikTok tomorrow, but still subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, like the stream. It means a lot. It goes a long way. Invite any friends that you think would have an interest in learning how to trade, that would find value from these streams. And if you're on TikTok, come on over to YouTube as well when the stream ends. Alpha Day Trading, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, because before you know it, you're not going to see my pretty face here on TikTok. You're only going to see my pretty face here on YouTube. So make it happen. Have a great day. Lock in some great profits. Get with it. All right. I'll see you guys back here Money Monday, here to start April. And we got a lot of big things coming. I'm excited. Let's make it happen. Enjoy your day. Trade smart. And ladies and gentlemen, trade safe.